Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday. I tell ya, the first numero uno of November. How are you today? What are you and you, but especially you, grateful for tonight? That is what we want to know. Tell me about it on this first day of November. What are you grateful for tonight? That is what we want to know. I'm grateful to be in the home office. That is a wonderful thing to be in the office tonight. It is. It is. I am enjoying being here. Although I feel like I have been everywhere else today. I have been everywhere um, today. But it is great to be here with you live. I always enjoy that. I do, I do. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop on over to YouTube. Actually, YouTube's over there. And I will be there with you. Cassandra's got the link right there in the show comments. Hey, Julie Jenkowitz, great to have you here live with you tonight. Hey, Kitty. Yes, I missed you too. I was in Texas on Sunday, so I am sorry I was not with you on Sunday. I was in Texas, but I am back here today, all dressed up just for us. Well, I did have lunch with two members of Congress today, April, so I thought it appropriate. I had a sport coat on earlier too, but I had the pink on. I had the pink on. Uh, Trying to push that credit card competition act on them. Got one on board, working on the other. But and just good business practices overall. You know, but yeah, I can clean up well. Yes, you are much more fun than congressmen. Although congressmen who had to then go vote, hustle back to DC to vote, were like, I'd rather be having a root canal than be back in Congress right now. You got to keep on telling the story of small business. Keep on telling that story. So I always take that opportunity uh, to have that opportunity with Congressman McGovern and Trahan today. So always good to see them and talk with them about what's happening, what it means to be small business, what it means to be Main Street. And resale has just an awesome story to tell. I just love talking about how we are affecting the main streets of our community and growing in our areas. So it is exciting to do. And you all know I can talk. So you all know I can talk. So I have no problem doing that. I'm on the road again this weekend. I'm looking forward to next week the end of next week when I'm off the road. Get me off the road for a few days. Angie and I have been traveling too much lately. I love being out with y'all, but sometimes it is just too much. Let's get started with the Year of Positive Thinking book. Year of Positive Thinking. We are on November 1st today, the first day of November. The only limiting beliefs, the only limitations that you have are the ones that you've imposed on yourself. The only limitations you have are the ones you impose on yourself, and that is the truth. Said another way, when you are working hard on things and pushing yourself, today you do what others can't. So tomorrow, uh, you do what others. Today you do what others won't. So tomorrow you do what others can't. Today you do what others won't. So tomorrow you can do what others can't. And there is that is an empowering belief. Empowering belief there. Hey, Susie, great to have you here again. It was great talking with you and Tiffany this morning. I love working with you two ladies, taking your business to the next level. I do. It is always fun working with the two of you. Um, well, I guess we should start with, uh, how was October? We have just finished up October, 31 days. We got 60 days left in this year. 60 days left. I'm saying that this one is going to be in the book. Day one is in the book, so that leaves us 60 days left of 2023. What are you doing to make it happen in your business? What are you doing to work that up and make it happen in your business and make great things happen? Because this year is so far from over. Go by in a blink of an eye, but there is lots of opportunity. There's lots of opportunity. We were yesterday, and we're working with a group of ladies, and they are like pumped to knock it out of the park and hit their goals this year. So, what are you doing to knock it out of the park and have a record year for you? Okay. Ooh, 15%. That is unusual, Kitty. The first part of October was um, warm. And today was a good start of the month. So there's two different sides of Illinois, and you're literally at opposite sides. So I love that Kitty and Julie chimed in with their results, and that you're actually in the same state. Now we did have some abnormally warm days at the beginning of July of October. I'm wrong months here, but then it really cooled off. Um, Today was, and I know Kitty more than anybody will be proud of me. Today was turn the heat on day. Hey, I made it to November 1st without turning on the heat. Um, might have been pushing it, but today was turn the heat on day. My staff will love me for the moment. My Nana might love me for a moment. Um, but I mean, first and foremost, we need to be looking at inventory numbers, dollars and units, and dollars and units on hand this October, really October 1st versus last October 1st. So I know you're on Liberty, so I'm going to tell you it's a great way to look at it for anybody that's on Liberty. In reports, go to report, then go to analysis. Report, then analysis, and there's a report called historical inventory and obligation. Historical inventory and obligation, and and uh, and run that report for October 1st of this year and October 1st of last year, and see what the difference is in dollars and units and average price. Dollars, units, average price. It'll give you the dollars of inventory, and it'll give you the units, and you have to calculate the average price. Take the unit and divide it into the dollars and see what the average price is. Because sometimes we end up with a store, we end up with a lot higher merchandise. We have a client that has much higher merchandise in this year than they did last year, so their inventory is a little skewed. But let's take a look at that as a starting point, Kitty. And it is one of the reports, it is one of the things that I look at every month. That number, okay, that starting number is a great predictor of where this month will finish um, historically. Um, so again, reports analysis. The report is called historical inventory and obligations. Run it for the first of the month, the 1st of October this year, last year. Run it again for the 1st of November this year, last year. When you run it for the first, it's actually giving you data as of the close of business the day before, so the last day of the month. So it is a great report for the Let's see. Oh, you had the fish fire in your fireplace. I thought that was a way to hide over turning on the heat, but especially before I'm away again, I was probably safer for my life to turn on the heat. Um, one email a month to 2 a week for the past 2 weeks. I love that, Susie. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, run it and compare it because that is a great prognosticator, and so I'd be curious how that compares year over year uh, to take a look at that. But actually doing the math because one of the things we find sometimes, actually figuring out average price. A lot of stores that do run it just look at the total. Well, I have this much inventory. That's a good thing. When you realize your average price, we've had some stores that, let's say, their average item price is $10. Keep the math simple. We have some times where sales are off, and we go to run it, and they're like, "Well, I have the right amount of inventory, I have the right amount of dollars, but in average price, they got in like an estate or something, and now the average price jumps to $20, and that becomes the issue." So yeah, and then I'd look, as far as your transaction count with that as well. But it starts with the inventory. It always starts with the inventory because the inventory drives the transaction count. The inventory drives the transaction count. So with your transaction count, then after we know that, I would be looking at how often you're doing emails. You have a texting service. Did you use it less in October than you did last October? So I'd be looking at those things next. After we know that our inventory and average price is okay, because we see that you're near state government, not federal government, so weren't affected by the threat of the shutdown in the same way because you had mostly state employees. Um, but we did see a drop off in some places that had federal employees when the whole government shutdown chaos was going on. Which what I'm getting from Congress, from my meetings with Congressman today, was they don't expect a November shutdown, but they're expecting a part of January or something. They're not expecting they're expecting a post Christmas potential to really shut down the government. The November date, they expect to take that forward again with the new speaker. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Um, you know, let's see. The, while we're talking about, I talked about the Credit Card Competition Act that I brought up with the congressman today. Um, the Federal Reserve actually controls the cap on debit card swipe fees. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Great to see you live here today. Yes, the Federal Reserve does control the cap on debit card swipe fees, and they are lowering it. Okay, the cap that banks are allowed to charge retailers is capped on purchases 14.4 cents per transaction plus 1.3 cents for fraud protection and 0.04% of the transaction after fraud costs. Is what the new proposal is. And that is down from a current cap of 21 cents plus 1 cent for fraud protection and 0.05%. So, almost 7 cents, 6.5 cents reduction per transaction plus 0.3 cents per transaction for fraud and 0.01%. So, that the Federal Reserve is working on. It will take effect the way, but that is the proposal from the Fed, and that is encouraging, especially considering where we are in the election cycle. So the fact that we're still more than a year away from potentially having a new administration or not having a new administration, which which way the Fed policy goes on that, it should be implemented before then. So that is actually a really good thing for retailers, for resellers, for you. And if we get the Credit Card Competition Act through this year, which I am feeling good on it. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from the congressman today. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from the National Retail Federation and the Merchant Payment Coalition. They believe it's going to get attached to something that has to pass this year, and that's sort of the way the sausage is made in Congress. You attach there. No bill passes by itself. No bill passes clean. What's called a clean bill in Congress. Nothing passes. It's just let's pass credit card. No, that doesn't happen. You have to attach it to something else, and that's part of the way the game is played. We can have a whole argument that shouldn't be the way the game is played, but that's the way the game is played. So play along. Play along. I found it very interesting. So Walmart is unveiling, okay, and they're investing in their stores. So they invested $500 million in the remodel of 117 stores. These stores are the remodels are set to be unveiled right now, and that's a lot of money. I'm not there's no way around that. That's a lot of money. $500 million is a lot of money, and $500 million divided by 117 is still a lot of money. Okay, a lot on a per store basis. And we've talked about how Walmart and Target are both investing significantly in their store fleet and in modernizing and refurbishing their stores. And yes, Michelle, a lot of these stores are bringing back real cashier. And it's not just a fraud thing, it's a frustration thing. The way the self-checkout works. It's the frustration. I get frustrated every time with self-checkout. Angie can tell you stories of her and I being in Costco and how I broke the self-checkout. Okay, not because I slammed on it, although I would have liked to. You're buying one piece calculator, swipe. How hard can that be? The whole thing had all sorts of beeps and buzzers, and the cashier was like, "Oh, I've never seen it do that before," and I'm like, "Yeah, no kidding." Me neither. I will. A lot of times, I will wait to go through the real person that use self checkout. But I thought I would share some of the areas where they're investing. You pay for 11 red peppers instead of one. See what happens to your self checkout? Because regardless of your size. So the fact that 500 million, even 500 million divided by 100 stores is a lot of money. But think of these investments in ways that you can learn from Walmart's research that this is important. Target's doing the same thing. You can do a lot of these things. We've seen a lot of stores that we work with do stuff like this. So they refresh the interior and exterior. You paint, updated flooring, modernized restrooms, and fixtures, LED lighting. So that was the first thing they did. Paint. Okay, the part, paint, refresh their store. LED lighting. Okay, LED lighting in many states, many areas, there are huge rebates on your utilities where they will pay for small businesses to do the job. In Massachusetts, they pay like 8% of the job, as an example. New signage, okay, interior signage allowing for easier navigation, okay. So paint, signage. Okay. What we did with Laurel, we did a bunch of these signage with Laurel. Shopping carts. Use shopping carts. Okay. And more of them because they were finding they didn't have enough available. Um, to Michelle's point, increased checkout options, including fast lanes, um, grab and go sections for quick things. Um, better, exciting displays at featured corners of departments. This one was interesting. Elevated departments, warm store features, displays, showcasing products out of their boxes. Customers can visualize fitting them into their daily lives. A new stop at store entrances with seasonally relevant products. Well, that's taking one right out of Target's book. Digital touch points throughout the store to help communicate the range of products. Also, QR codes. Okay. Updated customer service area, a mother's room with comfortable, clean, and private area for your mother. You know, most everything they did is stuff you can do on a small basis. You can implement. Okay, you don't have to do everything all at once. You know, we've had years where we sneaked it, but then we did the flooring a couple of years ago or a year ago. You know, you don't have to take on all these expenses. Uh, you don't have to do a complete remodel of your store overnight. But signage, paint. These are easy things. These are easy things. Okay, adding digital message boards or things are easy, especially for the Liberty users right now because of their kiosk options. You can create all sorts of messaging and signage with that. Right now is a great example. I hope that comes to Traxia soon because it's a great tool. So think simple. You don't have to transform. You don't have to spend a lot of money. We covered a lot of that. Great ideas to transform your business with small dollars. Great ideas to transform your business with small dollars. We talked a lot about it at Make It Happen in Orlando. And these are things Walmart ultimately, obviously, they're doing it in a much bigger space than anybody that's doing in here tonight. A much bigger space. So it costs more. But the idea is very simple. Simple wins the day. Slow and steady and consistent wins the day. You can transform your store with just a little bit of stuff, a little bit of paint, a little bit of signage. Okay, it doesn't need to be overwhelming. Um, and so, so give that some thought. Replay that. How can you refresh your store? As we get into the holiday, one of the things that traditional retail is where I actually sort of think we see pennies. The holiday price point is $15. Holiday price point at J.C. Penney that they are trying to hit is $15 for quick grab and go gifts, grab and go items that will not require a lot of thought. Is what many think the $15 price point will work well for that. Okay, so I throw that out there just so you have that in your head as you're creating your holiday displays. And always have holiday displays today. Have them ready. People are buying holiday gifts. You know, that's a great question. My guess is a couple years ago it was 10. My guess is 10, but I don't know that. And I say that because even you all know I'm a big fan. He always has this $10 book sale at the end of the year, and $10 holiday book sale is $12 book sale. So my guess is it was 10 as well, but didn't quote what it was in the past. But that is their sort of sweet spot. Is that's their high end of quick grab and go. Good old Dave. Well, he's got good old advice. Common sense. This is that common. Michelle, I love that. And he is a smart guy in the way he does his business. And he's big on his books. He gives away a lot of his books. But I did laugh at that today when I saw his holiday special. Ah, even inflation has hit that. But it does cost more. It does cost more to operate your business, and you have to get the biggest thing, especially in resales. We have to continue to get more efficient. We have to get better and more efficient because the big guys are using technology, and that's part of what retailers are doing. And that is a good thing. Just to remind you, you can get in trouble for giving something for a 5-star review. For example, Baskin and Robbins put up a sign to customers to leave glowing reviews. Give us a 5-star review on Yelp and get a scoop. Just show us the review. We got them in trouble with Yelp. The platform prohibits what it calls a compensated activity. And Yelp left a pop-up window on the shop Yelp page. The pop-up window says we caught someone offering King in the form of cash discounts, gift certificates, or other incentives in exchange for someone to write, change, prevent, or remove reviews for this business. Yelp warns in the pop-up window, we wanted you to know that these actions not only hurt consumers, but also honest businesses who play by the rules. So I just enjoyed that. I know we're heading out of ice cream season, but good to get reviews, bad to compensate for them, and that's across platforms. So you don't want to be on the wrong side of that. You don't want to be on the wrong side of that. Is what I'm telling you. You know what else I'm telling you is this video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to you. You're not alone running this store. When you can like, comment, ring the bell, ring it so you know when another one drops. You can also share with everybody, the butcher, the baker, the channel, so we can help everybody grow a better business. I'm here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 18ish. Sunday and Wednesday at More 18ish. I am on the road again this Sunday, so not this Sunday, but I should resume my normal schedule next Wednesday because the travel is to an end. The constant travel. Coming to an end. More travel in my future, but I get a 2-week reprieve. I think I get a 2-week reprieve. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, NEIL at nextlevelresale.com, NEIL at nextlevelresale.com. We start the program every night with the Year of Positive Thinking book. Tonight we're on November 1st. Limiting beliefs. The only limitations that you have are the ones that you've imposed on yourself. Don't impose limitations, people. Be limitless. Be limitless. The universe is your oyster. Go out and make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abrams. I do like a good party. A wedding, a bar mitzvah. We will party again. We will party in person. But until then, until definitely next Wednesday, More 18ish, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this tour. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you soon. It's time for dinner.